Have you ever looked at a smooth river stone or a rounded pebble on the beach and wondered, how did this happen? What turned sharp, rough rocks into polished shapes that fit perfectly in your hand? Every pebble you see has lived a long, dramatic life. It's been carried by roaring rivers, smashed by crashing waves, scraped by glaciers, and tossed by the wind. And through all that, it's been shaped by two of nature's most powerful sculptors, abrasion and attrition. In this video, we'll explore how these two forces work, how they shape our world, and why without them, Earth would look completely unrecognizable. What is erosion? Before we dive deeper, let's zoom out. Erosion is the grand process that wears away rocks, soil, and mountains, slowly carrying them away over thousands or even millions of years. It happens everywhere. Rivers carving valleys, waves cutting into cliffs, winds shaping deserts, glaciers grinding through rock. Erosion doesn't just destroy, it creates. It breaks down old landscapes and builds new ones. And among its many agents, abrasion and attrition are the most subtle yet powerful, constantly polishing and reshaping our planet's surface. Abrasion, nature's sandpaper. Imagine a mountain stream racing downhill. It's not just water, it's a conveyor belt of rocks, gravel, and sand. As they move, they scrape and grind against the riverbed, wearing it smooth, like sandpaper against wood. Over time, this deepens valleys and smooths rock surfaces. Those circular holes you sometimes see in riverbeds, called potholes, are made by abrasion. Stones, caught in a swirl, grinding into the rock below. The same happens on coastlines. Waves crash against cliffs, throwing sand and pebbles that chip away rock. Each impact removes tiny fragments, slowly shaping sea caves, arches, and stacks, literally redrawing the map of the coast. In deserts, wind performs its own kind of abrasion. Sand particles carried by the breeze strike exposed rocks for centuries, smoothing their surfaces and sculpting strange formations, like mushroom rocks. Even glaciers play a part. As they slide downhill, rocks frozen inside them scrape against the bedrock beneath, leaving deep scratches called striations. This glacial abrasion carved some of the world's grandest valleys, like the Swiss Alps and the Yosemite in the US. Whether through rivers, waves, wind, or ice, abrasion is Earth's constant sculptor, slowly grinding the planet into new shapes. Attrition, the rock collision. Now meet the second sculptor, attrition. If abrasion is sandpaper, attrition is a hammer. It happens when rocks carried by water or waves collide with each other, breaking into smaller, smoother pieces. Imagine a stormy river after heavy rain. Large stones roll and crash together, breaking off small fragments with every collision. Over time, sharp-edged rocks become rounded pebbles, travel farther downstream, and they turn into smooth sand grains. That's why, the farther you go down a river, the smaller and smoother the rocks become. The longer their journey, the more attrition they've endured. On beaches, the same happens as waves toss stones back and forth endlessly. That's why beach pebbles are perfectly round, each one shaped by countless impacts. Even sand is the final product of endless attrition, rock fragments that have been colliding and breaking apart for thousands of years. And as these rocks grind down, they also release minerals into the water, enriching rivers and oceans with nutrients that support life. So attrition doesn't just shape the land, it quietly nourishes the ecosystems around it. Real examples. Around the world. You don't have to imagine these processes, they're visible everywhere. The Grand Canyon in the US was carved by the Colorado River through millions of years of abrasion. The sediments in the river acted like grinding tools, cutting deep through layers of rock and revealing the Earth's ancient story. In Iceland, powerful waves break volcanic rock into black sand beaches. A perfect example of attrition. Every crash of a wave shatters lava into smooth, jet-black grains. In the Alps and Himalayas, glaciers once carved out U-shaped valleys using abrasion, while in the Sahara Desert, wind-driven sand has shaped surreal rock formations, nature's own sculptures. And along England's Jurassic coast, abrasion and attrition work together, Waves wear down cliffs, and the fallen pieces collide and round off into smooth pebbles. These places remind us that the landscape we see isn't permanent. It's still being shaped right now, piece by piece. The science behind the sculpting. Let's go microscopic for a moment. In abrasion, moving particles scrape rock surfaces, removing tiny layers through friction. Billions of microscopic scratches that erase stone grain by grain. In attrition, kinetic energy from collisions breaks rocks apart. The faster the water or the stronger the waves, the more intense the impact and the quicker the breakdown. Both depend on a few key factors. Speed of water or wind, faster movement, greater force. Hardness of the rock. Softer rocks like limestone erode faster than granite. Travel distance, and the longer rocks move, the smoother they become. By studying the shape and size of sediments, geologists can even trace how far they've traveled, reading the hidden story of erosion in every pebble. Why it matters. Understanding abrasion and attrition isn't just scientific curiosity. It's essential for modern life. Erosion affects farmland, rivers, and coastlines. By studying these forces, engineers can predict landslides, prevent soil loss, and design barriers to protect against coastal erosion. Farmers depend on these natural cycles too. While uncontrolled erosion can strip away fertile soil, mild erosion replenishes it, like the nutrient-rich floodplains of the Nile or the Ganges. Even our drinking water is connected. As rocks break down, minerals dissolve into rivers, balancing their chemistry and supporting aquatic life. And in the grand scheme, these processes are part of the rock cycle, the system that constantly recycles Earth's crust. Every grain of sand might one day become part of a new mountain. The planet is never still. It's always rebuilding itself. When you step back, abrasion and attrition reveal a deep truth. Earth is alive. It's not static. It's a breathing, shifting world. Mountains rise and fall, rivers carve, waves crash, and winds sculpt. Nothing on this planet stays the same forever. The pebbles beneath your feet were once part of a mountain peak. The sand in your hand might someday form a cliff or a canyon. Every fragment of stone carries the memory of motion, proof that even the slowest forces can shape worlds. So next time you walk along a river or a beach, pick up a pebble, feel its smoothness. It's been scraped, rolled, and reshaped over centuries by two tireless artists, abrasion and attrition. Together, they've carved valleys, built beaches, and sculpted the face of our planet quietly, endlessly, beautifully. If you love learning about Earth's hidden forces, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Because every rock, every grain of sand tells a story, the story of Earth itself.